Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Pony Montana, and today I am here with a brand new segment for you guys, man. And this segment is gonna be called the Basics. And with this specific segment, man, I'm just gonna be going over some simple tips and tricks to help you guys become better users, better players in general. Today, as I already said it, the topic that we're gonna be going over is usering. Now, one thing that I want to stress about usering, and I don't know if you can do it in while I'm already in game, but one of the big things that you guys can do to kind of help you guys yourselves out is boom right here. Now, even if you're on all Madden, it has this weird little thing where you can turn on defensive ball hawk, and what that does is it kind of helps you get a lot more picks. So as soon as they throw the ball, well, not as soon as they throw the ball, but relatively close, you guys can just start holding triangle, and you'll kind of be moved a little bit closer to where the ball is thrown and stuff like that, and it helps your user out tremendously. So that is not number one tip. Number one tip to become a better user, and I hope you guys all follow my instructions, even if you have already. Thank you. Even if you have, I guess. But number one instruction, man, that I can kind of help you guys out with is get off of the D line. That is crucial. Get off of the D line. That's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10 different. That's 10 different tips right there in one solid statement. Is get off of the D line. You guys don't want to be on the D line if you guys are trying to become better Madden players, and that's what these segments will all be about. Today's is literally just usering. We're not going to go over anything else, just becoming the best possible user that you guys can possibly be. So yeah, get off the D line. What you guys want to do, me personally, and most really, really good competitive players, they user anybody who is in a yellow zone. Whoever is in a yellow zone, that is one of the main people that you guys want to be using. You obviously want one of your faster, taller defenders there to user. So if I put Devondre Campbell in a mid read, my job is to user everything over here, and if need be, user anything underneath down here. And I know that's a tough task for a lot of people, but you guys, this is what we're trying to do. We're just trying to make you guys better. I'm just trying to make you guys better Madden players by covering over a lot of the basics that a lot of people don't get yet. Now, basic things that you can do in game to play better. Now, a big problem that I've been seeing online. Now, we're just gonna go over passing basics and stuff like that. A big thing that I've been seeing online, and I don't know if I can trigger one right here, but I'm just gonna launch it up. The big thing that I've been seeing online. Okay, that's not gonna work, obviously, if he's gonna be intercepting me and stuff. But a big thing that I've been seeing online are aggressive catches. Now, one thing that I can say is you cannot guard aggressive catches. Now, I'm on all Madden, as everything I show you guys is always going to be on all Madden. On all Madden, they're very, very toned down. They're not as crazy as they are on like regs and stuff like that. On all Madden, it seems like zones play better. It seems like the game in general just plays better. So you're not going to see a lot of ags on salary cap unless your cornerbacks are Mikey from the corner store. Like, that's the only time that you guys are going to see ags that are really, really heavy. Other than that, your defenders are typically going to play it if you're playing on any like all Madden zone. Like if you guys are on MUT drafts, you guys are going to see a lot of ags. If you guys are on MUT Unlimited, like playing Weekend League, you guys are going to see a lot of ags, and I apologize. Not for me. I don't like to throw ags, but I know a lot of people got that Randy Moss and stuff like that on their team. And one way that you guys can kind of help out to stop those ags is learning how to SWAT. And that was me. It's kind of hard to do because I'm using both controllers. But that is one of the biggest things that you guys can try to do. And I know it's hard because you guys always want to go for the big play and go for the interception. But something that you guys need to learn how to do is SWAT the ball. I think it was 2 years ago, W was playing I think it was Hollywood. W was playing Hollywood, and I think it was during the Madden Bowl during like his championship run. Whoever what whenever W had his championship run, he was playing possibly the best player in the tournament at the time, and he completely shut him down because he was manually swatting. And he had 99 Deion Sanders on the squad. He had literally absolute goons that you would think, man, this would be a game changer if I just held triangle and intercepted the ball. But it literally demoralized his opponent to sit there and think that he had a wide open read. And instead of going for the interception, he went for the swat. To swat, while the ball is in the air, you hold square. Don't press it, you literally hold it. You can spam it maybe, but I just hold it, and I always get a nice little swat animation. I believe back in the day, it used to be either L1 or L2. It used to be one of the, I'm pretty sure it was L1, L2, or R1. It obviously wasn't turbo. No, it was L1 or R1. Don't quote me on that. You might still be able to do it with L1 and R1. You know what? Let me check. I don't know if it has like the controller. Oh, it does. Game controls. See if you can actually ball in air. Defensive. All right, that's defensive assist, and we don't want that. Defensive coverage, strafe. We don't want that either. Really? That's it? You can't swat? You can only swat with square apparently. Back in the day, back in the good old days, you can swat with L1 or R1. I don't remember which one it was, but literally, you guys have to start getting used to swatting a lot more often instead of just holding triangle for the big play. And I know the big play is obviously the better one that you guys want to do, but that's just not how it is. Now, I told you guys the defensive ball assist, turning that on, and what that does is as soon as they throw it, you guys can just hold triangle and intercept the ball. Very, very hard to showcase this. I'm not going to lie because I'm holding two controllers. So as soon as they press X and I throw it, I kind of have to automatically guard that route with the other hand. So yeah. When you're in that type of situation, you literally just hold triangle. Simple. If it's right to you, you hold triangle all the way down until you get the interception, until you get the animation, even if it bounces off of your head, because sometimes you don't get an animation for some reason. I hope Madden does patch that, but even if it bounces off of your head, keep holding triangle, and your guy still might come up with a very, very good play, and it, like, you swatting the ball, you intercepting the ball is a game changer, and I know it's frustrating to get your user in the right position and still not come up with an interception, but that's just something that we'll have to live with right now. There's nothing that I can change about that. So, yeah. GG's. All right. So we got down swatting, intercepting, now strafing. Now this is something that you guys can do in the run game and the pass game. Now, when you guys are strafing, you're just holding. All right, let me see if I can try to get a. All right, you're just holding L2 to kind of get an upper hand on whoever the ball carrier is. As you can see, I'm strafing, and that makes my guy jump to the highest point that he possibly can to intercept the ball. Now, if they're throwing a ball like that and it's deep in the air and your guy is already back there, you obviously can't strafe and run at top speed to catch up to a ball. So when they throw the ball, do not sit there and just strafe automatically. I'm already there, so I can just strafe. You obviously get a better animation. You typically don't get sucked into an animation with the receiver, so honestly it's better for intercepting the ball. But if they are trying to lob balls up like that, man, you guys got to start learning how to strafe, and by doing that, you have to press L2 and kind of just drift back with whatever user that you're using. As you can see, he's already strafing as he's backing up, like he's backpedaling, but as soon as the ball is thrown, I'm strafing right there, and that's why I'm getting into position to intercept the ball instead of catching it on the run and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people just want to hold triangle and not do anything else. Literally, start strafing and you will average more interceptions regardless of where you're strafing from. You just can't strafe if you're on the run already. Like, once you are in position and the ball is coming your way, strafe, hold triangle, GG's, get an interception, change the ball game. All right. Since we are on that tip, I'm going to call timeout real quick, and we're going to get in a run formation. Just gonna come back out in nickel. We are gonna go into I form slot. Boom. So yeah, now we are on defense, and they're pretty much coming. We know for a fact they're coming out in a run. Now, obviously the strong side is to the right. So your user, you want to be bringing your user from the left to the right, just in case they're running to the right. That's something that you guys want to do. Now, back to the whole strafing tip. Something that you guys want to learn to do if you guys are trying to defend the run a lot better in open field and stuff like that. And I can't show you this because there's honestly no way to do this. But you have to learn how to strafe. All right? If you're chasing an offensive player, whether it's Barry Sanders with 99 juke, it's Derrick Henry with 99 truck. I can tell you this right now. I have yet to be trucked by Marshawn Lynch, who's got, I think, 92 trucking in Mutt. I've yet to be spun on by most offensive players because most of the time I strafe. And I don't know if you guys heard of this or not, but once you strafe, your user, now I'm not talking about if you click on, you can be spun out. If you're just there, you can be spun out. But if you strafe, you will never get stiff-armed, trucked. Well, I don't know about trucking, but I know you won't get stiff-armed, juked, or spun on, ever, or hurdled on. None of those things will ever happen to you as long as you're strafing with your defender. And you can strafe really, really fast, too. Like, as soon as, like, you want, I'm strafing already, like. And I think that's how EA registers it. Like, as soon as you just hold on to L2, boom. So you hold L2, you're obviously going to lose speed, so make sure you're there for the actual tackle, and then just tackle them. You can hit stick them, you can do whatever, and you're not going to miss. You're not going to miss pretty much. Just make sure you're there for the tackle. You're not going to dive 40 feet, but you are going to be, like, you are making the secure tackle no matter the situation. And that is very, very big. All right. So we're going to get into run defense. And I'm not going to make any adjustments. We are in a nickel defense against an I form stretch. And one of the biggest things that I can help you guys out with using on run plays is always try to shoot a gap. Unless you know for a fact that they're running toss plays, always try to shoot a gap because it helps out the defense. Now this is a nickel formation and he still got plugged up. And the reason why I say always try to shoot a gap, and I actually didn't shoot a gap properly there. My apologies, excuse me. The reason why I say always try to shoot a gap because it helps the defense kind of target you a little bit. And as Derrick Henry breaks a tackle, you obviously can't do anything about that. But I kind of shot the gap kind of perfect there. I just can't hold R2 while trying to run the ball with the other stick. So let me show you guys exactly what I mean. You shoot the gap, boom. And what that does, now we did get a block shed here, so it kind of takes away from it. But if we didn't shoot that gap and we played our zone, this Derrick Henry would literally be able to cut all the way inside and literally torch us for a long-ass gain. As you can see, I shot the gap, so I literally took away any back route that he would possibly want to take. So if you're using a linebacker, a safety, anybody, you guys want to learn how to shoot gaps properly. And one of the best ways to do it is kind of hover over a lineman, not inside the gap. Like if you're trying to send like a really glitchy blitz and stuff like that, hover around a lineman and then you'll be able to shoot gaps or help your lineman himself shoot a gap. So you want somebody to be getting free open so that you guys can kind of help out. As you can see, now this is a perfect example of what I mean by always trying to shoot a gap. I have a lineman that literally comes all the way up here to guard me. The center just jumps straight up to try to guard me, which leaves less protection for anybody that's on the right side. If he's running to the right side, it leaves less protection for that. So my guys are going to close in fast enough to stuff that run. And that's exactly what you want. Well, that's not exactly what you want. You obviously rather shoot the gap yourself, but he is running a stretch play, so it's kind of tough. As you can see right there, we shot the gap beautifully, and it's kind of hard because I'm literally running with two separate controllers. Learn how to shoot the gap. It's the same way with inside zones. You kind of have to let the blocking kind of set up a little bit, and boom, we're just trying to shoot through to get to the running back, distract more linemen. The more linemen that you distract, the better the help defense will be at closing in on any single run. Now let's call timeout. That's the best way. And that's not even run defense. We are that was a nickel formation, and we're stuffing a I form stretch. Now he did torch us a little bit, but that's because he stiff armed 47 people on his way to doing that. Now let's just get into a verticals play just to show you guys really quick on how to user pretty much. And with this, I kind of want to stress out, your users should be able to guard 2 different routes. Simple. Unless they're running like a super spread out plays that continue to keep running all the way downfield, then that's when it gets a little harder, and you kind of got to pursue one route. But we are in a cover 3 right now. Most of the time people guard flats. Let's just get in a cover 3 hard flat. We got our 2 hook curls, and on offense they're running verticals. Now this is something that you guys got to learn how to do, is you guys got to learn how to read routes. You guys have to learn all that stuff. As you can see, the Delaney Walker route comes in at a slant. So you already, as soon as you see him running, you're gonna think, man, he's in a deep crossing route automatically. As soon as you see Davis get off the line, he's literally just gonna come straight down. So you're gonna think he's either in a zag, in a zig. He's either in a I said zag. He's either in a zig or he's in a drag. And since you are on the right side, you want to make the quarterback look off that Delaney route first, and then you want to jump down for the drag, because you know that your zone right here is already there. And I'm going to show the replay on that just to kind of give you guys a nice little gist on how you guys can possibly guard 2 separate routes. Now, they call hike. You back yourself up as if like, hey, I'm guarding the seam routes. I'm guarding the Delaney Walker route. And that's going to look, whoever you're playing, it's going to look them off, whichever route that is, especially if you're sending a really good blitz. And then as soon as you see that he's coming past him, we're not playing underneath anymore. So he's not going to be guarding that. Like a mid read would guard that if you play it underneath. Not a mid read, excuse me, a 3-rec. That will literally come guard a drag play if you have like a really good safety with good zones down there. But I'm taking away the drag read as well. And then as soon as that happens, you abort the play because you already have your hard flat out here. And that's something that you guys got to learn how to do a lot better. And it's helped me become a 10 times better user, is you guys got to trust in your zones. And I know it's hard to say that because Madden itself is kind of bad with zones. I mean, like, let's be honest, what the hell do curl flats play? Because they haven't played anything in like 6 years. And that's just me. Well, there was a time when literally it was just hard flats, curl flats, and that's it. Now we have hard flats, cloud flats, soft squats, curl flats, seam flats, and 3 out of the 5 don't do anything. I haven't seen them guard a route in 3 years. So I know it's hard for me to say trust your zones, but I know from time to time they do come through and they help us jump routes and stuff like that. But your job is to guard the middle of the field. And right now, right here, we're just over pursuing just to try to get an interception. That's all we're doing. We can't throw it, and I kind of can't show you because we are in practice mode. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles on Madden. You guys have to learn to trust your zone. And I think that's how I'm gonna end the video off, man. I hope this video can help you guys become a better user. 2 huge things: get off the D line. You do not want to be using anybody who's in a deep blue or anybody who's on the D line. That's just bad Madden. That's just bad John Madden football. Now you can always do this and put like your fastest linebacker in a deep blue, so he can kind of help out with the seam routes like down early, and then you can kind of use your safeties if you're in a cover 3. But sometimes with quick adjustments, and we'll do that in another video. With quick adjustments, the quick adjustments change with everybody. So, 2 things that I can say. Do your job. This is, if you're in a cover 3, this area right here, all of this area, it doesn't matter. All of this area is your job. If you guys want to over pursue some drags and some slants and stuff like that, sure, fine, go ahead. But just remember, this is your job. You do your job, you'll be playing a lot better on John Madden football. Do your job. If you're using Jones, actually, let's just put these dudes back in their actual zones. Go back in a mid read. If you're using Jones, do your job and guard whatever. This is your read. If you're using Allen, get your ass back. This is your home back here. If you're using Campbell, same thing, man. Like, my goal with this video is to get you guys' user from being here. Like, this is your guard. This is your range right here. I want your range to become all this with one specific user, because that will make you guys a 10 times better Madden player. The better your user, the better your skill, the better the player that you guys will become. If you guys are using pool, boom, all this whole core, all this outside stuff, that's your job. Now stay at your job, because if you start following a drag all the way over here, let's see what happens if I put Delaney Walker on his own drag. Oh, look, I'm guarding the drag. Delaney Walker wide open for a nice 30-yard game. Do your job. I can't stress that enough. If you guys are in man coverage and you're using pool is your job. Locking down Davis is your job. If you are in a Tampa 2, this vert hook is your job. I cannot stress that enough, man. Get off the D-line and play your job. My name is Pony Montana, man. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys like the tips, I'm sorry that this is kind of a long one, but if you guys like the tips, man, let me know if I should continue this series to kind of keep on going with the basics and stuff like that, because we can get an offensive basics, defensive basics, all that stuff, and I will keep on dropping them for you. Of course, we're going to keep on dropping blitzes, money plays and all that stuff, but obviously that stuff runs out, so let me know if this is a good way to go with the channel, and I will bring you guys, you beginners, you new guys that are introducing your way into Madden, I will kind of teach you guys step by step on how to play offense and defense properly. So yeah, my name is Pony Montana once again, and I will see you guys in the next video. 2 fingers, y'all. Peace.